Hello, this is Nero Thambi Pillay from StepUpAndLive.com. Let me ask you, have you ever felt lazy? Has there ever been a time when you know you've got to get things done? You have upcoming deadlines, there are priorities that you know you must follow through on, but yet you just could not be bothered. You feel lazy, and going back to bed or sitting down in front of the TV sounds far more enticing. I've been there many times, so here are my top 10 tips to get out of what I call your lazy funk. Number 1, move your body. Now, there are obviously many ways you can do this, but here are some suggestions. Get up and go for a walk. Just a few minutes of walking will get you re-energized again and allow you to be much more productive. Do some exercise. Perhaps just, for me, it's just doing some sit-ups or push-ups, even some light stretches. Just moving my body from side to side is enough to get me moving again and just get me out of my funk. Bounce up and down lightly, just on the balls of your feet. So just stand up and on the balls of your feet, just bounce up and down, and you'll find that that's going to really help you. The cells start moving in your body as well, and it's just really awesome to get some energy back. And if none of those work, try doing something that involves no mind power at all. An example might be filing papers or organizing your desk, something that you don't have to think about. For me, one of my favorites, and this is obviously when I'm working from my home office, is to go and do some ironing. I know it might sound strange, but just a few minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes of ironing a couple of shirts, it gets me out of my lazy funk, gets me moving, and generally afterwards I'm like, what am I doing? There's got to be something I can do better with my time, and I'll go and try and find something to do. So again, just move your body and you'll find that immediately gets you into action. Number 2, go have a shower. Whether it's a cold shower or a hot shower is fine. Personally, I'm not a fan of a freezing cold shower at all, so I like a hot shower. But anything at all, just getting the water moving over your body again is likely to refresh you and give you the energy to go and be productive. Now, if you can't do that because you're in the office or somewhere where you can't go and have a shower, just go and wash your face. Or at the very least, just throw some water on your face. Even that's going to stimulate your body, stimulate you, and get you moving again. Number 3, read something inspirational. I have a number of autobiographies that I can access very, very quickly, and just reading a few pages from them, and just how often I'll find something where they say they achieved everything they want to in life because of their commitment, how they never gave up, again gets me moving again, gets me out of my funk, and realize, okay, I've got to go and do something right now. Here are some personal favorites of mine: Driven from Within by Michael Jordan, Donald Trump's Never Give Up, and fantastic, The Life of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Number 4, review your goals. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this depending on your personality. You could look at your long-term goals, for example, which could be your 1-year goals or your goals for your life, whatever works best. But what works better for me is to look at my short-term goals, my daily goals or my weekly goals, because when I look at them and I realize that, look, I just can't be bothered doing anything right now, but if I stay in this lazy funk and waste the next several hours, or in my case, what used to happen was I'd waste the entire day, I'm going to be so far behind on my goals that I'm going to end up being stressed and overwhelmed, and I'm just not going to be able to achieve everything that I want to, and then I'm just going to end up frustrated and ticked off at myself. So reviewing my goals when I'm in a lazy funk also helps me just get out of that situation. And building on that, number 5 is look at the consequences of not doing what you said you would. For example, for me, going to the gym 3 times a week is one of my goals. And there are many times when at the end of a hard day, I just cannot be bothered going to the gym. So during those times, I'll look at the consequences of not going. And for me, the consequence is I won't go today, okay, but then I'll probably stop going regularly, so I'll get out of a routine, and then I'll start putting on weight, and I'll start end up being fat, and I'll get tubby. And that's all I need. The moment I can associate not going to the gym today with being fat and overweight, I grab my gym bag and I am out the door. So what is it for you? Here are some examples. Will you fail to reach a particular income goal that you have? Or will you let down some people who are relying on you just because of your laziness? Also, what will you have to continue to put up with that you don't want to? Like perhaps not having the money that you want, or not having the energy that you want to do all the things that you want to in life. And what will you miss out on? Is there something you really want, like the dream holiday or the dream car, that if you continue to be lazy, you're going to miss out on? So look at the consequences of not doing what you said you would. Number 6, pick up the phone and call someone. Now note I say here, pick up the phone, and not just email, because the very act of talking to someone forces us to think differently, to breathe differently, and just gets us out of that lazy funk that we're in. And look, you don't have to call someone and have a long, in-depth conversation or get them to kick your butt because you're feeling lazy, but just a short conversation can be an absolute great state changer. Just get yourself going once again, which is really what we're trying to do. Number 7, take some deep breaths. Just go outside if you can and take 10 deep breaths. Slowly, and just really enjoy the oxygen, connect with your body, and this is just absolutely bound to change your state as well. Number 8, go and do something fun. Use your downtime, the time when you're feeling bored, lazy, you can't be bothered, to inject some fun into your life. This is working even at a corporate level. There are lots of IT companies, such as Google, for example, who've installed video games, table tennis tables, and all sorts of stuff, which staff can go and play for a short while, because just the excitement and the adrenaline rush from going and having some fun really gets people being even more productive to go back and achieve what they need to achieve. So if it's working at a corporate level, it can definitely work for you as well. A personal favorite of mine is number 9, is listen to music. Just for me, even a couple of songs, less than 10 minutes, listening to the music, just bopping along to it, is enough to snap me out of my laziness and get me going again. Just a side note between you and me, I also like to dance, so if ever I'm feeling lazy, I might be in my home office or whatever, I'll obviously close the door so nobody can see me, and just dance around to the music. Again, by this way I'm moving my body, I'm enjoying the music, and I just get myself out of my lazy funk. And finally, number 10, visualize and dream. I know for me, when I'm stuck into my lazy funk, it's because I'm focusing on how either difficult things are, or just how much I've got to do, or some version of that really isn't going to help me. So instead, I'll take a few quiet minutes, just sit somewhere and just dream. Dream of what I want in life, and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And really, I guess this is an extension of looking at your goals, but really dream big. And for me, this really can help, because I'll focus on, okay, the number of people and people's lives I want to touch, perhaps the amount of money I want to make, the number of trips around the world I want to make, and the legacy I want to leave behind. And just dreaming about that on a massive scale makes me immediately associate with something far higher than my current lazy funk, I guess. And then immediately I'm snapped out of it, and I feel inspired again to go and take some action. So think about dreaming. Take a few minutes to dream, and dream big when you're in your lazy funk, and see what that does for you. So those were my top 10 tips on how to snap yourself out of your lazy funk. If you'd like more information on any of those tips, please visit my website, www.stepupandlive.com. Also, when you visit my site and you scroll down, you will see 3 tips on things not to do to snap yourself out of your lazy funk. It's 3 things that many of us do regularly because we think they're going to work for us, and they actually end up making things work. So make sure you visit stepupandlive.com to check that out. Also, please sign up for your exclusive free insight on how you can live the life of your dreams. Something that's, I think, going to be really, really valuable for you and help you take your life to the next level. Finally, if you've enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Also, whatever site you're on, make a comment. Let me know what you thought. I'd really love to hear from you. And finally, I would really appreciate it if you'd share this video on Dig, StumbleUpon, Delicious, or whatever other social networking site you're on. That would be really appreciated. Once again, this has been Nero Thambi Pillay from StepUpandLive.com.